From a time when shop was cheap, crime was rampant and blood filled the streets. Follow us down the rabbit hole as we bear witness to these exploitations. There's no turning back from these terrible delights.
Are we on?
Yeah, I pressed play and record at the same time.
Well, hello and welcome to Terrible Delights, your grindhouse-ish podcast. I am Scott, joined as always by Bill.
Hi.
Say hello, Bill.
Hello, Bill.
And we're joined this week by our guest friend, Kevin.
I'm a guest friend.
Guest friend.
Yes. Well, you're guesting as a friend. Our guest slash friend, you idiot.
He's posing as a friend.
Kevin, who we both, Bill and I both do the podcast Black and White Fight with. And Kevin does his other big podcast. That's on YouTube as well. Wicked
Horror Show, and I do that Strange Show. I'm part of that Strange Show now. So, yeah.
So if Kevin makes you laugh during this hour or entertains you in any way, you could check out his other shows.
I won't though. So
yeah, that's fine. No,
He's gonna sit there quietly, sit in his hands, and not do.
We could do this. This podcast could just be us tapping the mic, going this thing on. We'd have the same amount of listeners. It's all good. So my pick this week, right? And it was a movie that I've seen before, but not for a very long time, called Psychomania. Don't know why it's called that. And it's also known as the Death Wheelers.
They were just ordinary troublemakers as long as they lived. But they returned from beyond the grave with superhuman powers, unleashing an unholy reign of terror that holds an entire community in the grip of Psychomania. Psychomania.
Everybody dies, don't they? But some come back. How do the dead come back, Mother?
When you die, you've got to believe that you're going to come back.
That makes sense.
Which is also the name of a very good band. That does
also,
like psych rock.
According to IMDb, I think it has like 5 different names.
I'm not shocked by that. I suppose
one of them is Frog
right?
something.
Frog Talisman.
It's called Frog Talisman, used in rituals to come back from the dead.
Yeah. Or to throw on the ground when trapped in a room when door disappears.
Yeah. So, Bill, have you ever seen this before?
No, I was aware of it.
You knew the cover probably before. At least, right?
Well, basically the shirt you're wearing right now.
It's an iconic poster, right?
Yeah.
So, right.
I do like those helmets, though.
Oh, they're fucking awesome.
Probably not very usable in real life.
I don't know that I'd want my name in like rainbow glitter writing on my coat, but aside from that, their outfits are pretty snazzy. Kevin and I have both seen this before.
I
haven't seen it in a long time. I had forgotten really most of it.
It's been a while since I've seen it too, but I remembered parts of it. I remembered like parts of the main story or whatever, but it was on Shudder for a while. I don't know if it still is. That's where I watched it. And it was because of the poster, because of the helmet.
Yeah, it's great cover. I mean, even the poster for the Death Wheelers is pretty cool. It's just the motorcycles kind of blurring by and a skull wearing a old motorcycle helmet.
Ghost Rider.
Kind of. So the synopsis on IMDb for this one isn't, I don't think it's correct. I think a lot of the synopsises as we do these are not actually factually correct. An amiable, psychopathic leader of a violent teen motorbike gang. So far, okay.
Teen?
Well, he's supposed to be 18.
Okay.
Is spurred by his mother, a Satan-worshipping spiritual medium. I don't think that's quite accurate. Spurred by her into committing suicide and returning to life as an undead. I don't think she spurs him into committing suicide.
No, not at all. She doesn't want him to do it. Yeah.
And she's not a Satanist. I don't know what the toadist. I don't know what you'd call it.
I think they may have been like implying that because of all
when the cross was offered and he's like, "Get out."
Yeah. And then there's like I don't know, like the whole ritual thing when they went back in time and she was an elderly lady wearing a wig.
I would say it was a cultish, but I don't know if it was Satan.
Yeah,
That's true.
She was a medium,
I
though.
recently with it. Yeah, she was a medium, but she certainly didn't spur
She
him
looked
to
more
commit
like a
suicide.
lark.
She was more pissed that he did.
Yeah.
And then worried. Rightfully so. He's a lunatic. All right, so that's the synopsis of this thing. It starts off with them slowly jumping over this little tiny hill again and again while the credits play.
Just a
And
ramp.
driving around
just a ramp with
mini
a-
a miniature Stonehenge kind of thing. What are they
Yeah,
called? Seven witches.
Yeah, that was the
seven witches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it makes me laugh. We're gonna get to the very end of this and figure out what those things are, but it makes no sense why they're the shapes that they are.
They look like headstones.
One of them
Except
look
for the
like
very end.
well, did this person die inside of a giant Hershey's Kiss? Is that why it's shaped that way?
Well, that was the final ones. It was like
No, well, no, when you turn into it at the end, we'll find out. When you turn into it, you are in the kind of the shape that you are.
Yeah.
Like it's like your outline.
it was like the gaggle of the bikers, and it was
Yeah.
shit.
But it's like an outline of it.
Just a amount of bad special effects.
But the other ones that are there are these crazy shapes. And there's like,
I know Scott said there was one like a Hershey Kiss. I did notice one of them had like a thin piece of paper, narrow strip sticking out of the top of it with some blue lettering on it.
Yeah. See, exactly. I'm correct.
Yes.
I'm always right, Bill.
It smelled like delicious chocolate.
So we immediately meet the Living Dead, a motorcycle gang. Who else was surprised that there's the gals in the gang? Anyone?
I mean, I wasn't going to start the movie already, but I mean, I thought it would. I mean, I don't know how
for the time.
Yeah, maybe in the UK, those silly nannies had men and women.
I didn't remember the whole gang. I remember the girlfriend. I didn't remember the other one.
I get her name. She had a red coat on, and there was a majority of time that she was riding a motorcycle that I'm 99% sure it was a man wearing a wig.
That would be Jane.
Yeah, Jane
Pettibone. And then off they go to cause mischief, right?
They blow someone's mind.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna freak out the establishment, man.
Yeah.
And off they go down the road.
Slow traffic.
So what they do first is they play chicken with the car, basically. And foolishly the car avoids them rather than ending the movie early and goes off the road slightly. And then they decide to blow his mind by cutting through a field and come at him again. Only this time he flies through the windshield. Yes. Not cool.
No,
not blowing his mind. This is being a dick.
I'm trying to think of what they called it. They didn't call it a windshield.
Oh, the British.
Yeah.
I'll look
the window pane or something.
There was definitely a few things that I was like, that's what they call those. I mean, maybe that's out of date now. Like, there was definitely a few things that they said, like, I don't know. This whatever. I'll shut up. Go ahead.
It went through the lorry glass.
The windscreen. Well, that's what comes up when I just do a search for it.
Maybe.
On screen. So
maybe. All right. They don't really do anything else at this point, right? I don't think he goes home to his mother, doesn't he?
He and Jane are making out in a cemetery, and then he's distracted. He catches a really giant frog.
Oh yeah, okay. So let's introduce them. So this is Tom Latham, right? How old do you think he was when he filmed this movie? So 18.
Oh, early 20s at least. Maybe mid-20s.
He was born in 45, and this is 73, so probably filmed in 72.
Oh, so he's actually
like
almost
28.
Accurate. Oh, 28?
28, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Okay.
He looked like an older Malcolm McDowell at times.
Yes.
I was like,
he does in this, yeah. I think it's that he's an asshole too. It fits
really
the character,
smug.
Very much so.
Like I could have seen him in Clockwork Orange.
Yeah.
His he acted up till he died. And Abby Holman is his girlfriend, right? And that's who's in the cemetery. And he's talking about killing himself.
Yeah.
Right. And that they should both kill themselves.
Yeah.
At this point.
Very casual about it too.
For no reason other than to kill themselves. Like there's no plan at this point. He doesn't know anything about coming back.
Right. He wants to know how to come back, but he doesn't know yet.
Yeah.
what the criteria is, but he knows about it because of his mom, who's not a Satanist.
And his father had committed suicide 18 years before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did they clarify that he committed suicide, or did he just gone or died?
I don't
Hmm.
know
I don't know
remember.
if they clarify that how he
You're right.
ceased to exist.
I don't think they call it out.
But he does say that it was 18 years ago, so he has like no memories of his father.
Right.
Because he was just a stupid baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A contract signing baby.
Yeah.
Oh man. Who left his glasses behind somehow?
Yeah.
It would have been funny if I'm jumping ahead, but that scene that the baby also signed, but the baby like sat up and like licked the pencil first before like writing. Put on some glasses.
Yeah,
bifocals.
like this.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Then he goes home. It
Yeah,
was weird.
he meets Mrs. Latham.
This is the only part of the movie where that freaked me out was when he walks in on the seance and she's talking like a child.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So he walks in.
Weird.
His mother's are Mrs. Latham, and you
Mrs.
also
M?
have
No, not Mrs.
Shadwell, right? Mrs. Shadwell.
Shadwell,
You're
yes.
fucking me up over here. He's like the butler, kind of. I don't know what he is really. Butler, I guess.
I think he's the Mr. Belvedere of the whole thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Does that mean Mrs. Latham's the Bob Euchre?
Yep.
Okay.
So she's doing a seance, and she's supposed to be channeling like these people's daughter. Is what I got from it. And she does like a baby voice, kind of.
Oh, weird.
It's gross. And I couldn't figure out if I don't think she's scamming them because she like sits very still to like recoup afterwards. Like it's like drained a lot out of her.
What is it? What's put in front of her? Is it a humidifier? Or is this a weird black triangle of what?
Well, so this is after the seance. The someone's called him Sherwood. What's his name?
Sherwood Schwartz.
There's
definitely no way she's scamming them because they were refusing to take anything.
Yeah. It's Shadwell. Shadwell basically tells them they have to go because she's like collapsed at this point.
Yeah, but he's very polite about it. Oh, we can't take any money. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's the thing in the hallway. Yeah. And they want to give him something. They know that she does it for free, but they want to give something. So they have this thing from their family they want to give, and it's a cross, a giant, ugly cross. And he
70s.
He gets all pissed and just goes, "Get out!"
But what if they're like, hang on a sec, they turn it upside down, and he's like, "Oh,
I get it."
When you put it that way,
they just turn it upside down and wink at him.
Yeah.
And then he goes back in, and she's like kind of zoned out in the chair, and he puts something in front of her. I don't really know.
I don't know what that. Yeah, it was weird. I mean, there was a lot of weird. I was looking at the interior of the room. There's a nice like circular orb TV set.
Mm-hmm.
There's some strange chairs and like the art, like the others, like the galaxy or like space on one wall.
Behind that was what would be behind her when she's doing her thingamajig
thing.
Yeah, but the chairs were crazy. One of them looked like it was like covered with just inflatable like noodles of some sort, and then
like pool noodles.
Yeah, but they were shiny, like they were made out of rubber.
They have a bunch of giant wax lips.
Yeah.
With that.
But it had the sunken living room where there was a couple steps up.
Yeah.
That seems like a weird thing back in the day.
It was like pink and green.
Just weird, like something you would see in old Bradley's on the wall. Like just like this weird just form.
That's my guess is that's why Scott is always so dark in his home is because he has that exact same arrangement. He's ashamed to let us see that.
I thought
we'd rag on it.
It's not shame. I just didn't want anyone to become so jealous that I had this.
I thought you were going to say that
break up.
The reason why is because he lives in an old Bradley's.
Bradley's.
Yeah.
Pardon me. This is a Zare.
I was going to say, Zare. Zare's the way to go.
Did you not hear me earlier? Didn't I say an old Bradley's? Like that's where like the wall art looked like it came from?
Yeah, maybe roughly 1 minute ago. Yes.
Yeah. But then I mentioned Bradley. You guys were pretending like I made it up.
Brad, what? I don't know what that is.
Bradley Lee.
But that's strange. So yeah, he comes in the son. I'm gonna be terrible with names, just so you know. Tom. And they just start slow dancing to no music.
Yeah.
And talking casually.
I don't know. There's something going on. This relationship's a little weird.
You're forgetting that he wears skin tight leather pants throughout this whole movie.
No, I don't forget that. You can't.
Well, doesn't he? That's when he comes in with the turtleneck and the leather pants. That's when we get
pants must just reek.
Oh
yeah,
it's the reason why he never took them off.
Just
have to shut down all 6 days of shooting.
That's why there's no sex in this movie whatsoever. All the
They're
actors
stuck on.
refused.
He started sweating. I can't get him off.
Yeah, they're basically just like black licorice flavored fruit roll-ups that were just stuck to his
We
legs.
we need a rewrite.
After
Nicky
the very
can't
last
get his
scene
pants
was
off.
after the very last scene was shot, he collapsed. He's just like, "Get me to a hospital." He's held
The
out.
reason why he looked so much older is because it was just sucking the life force out of him.
They bring in the jaws of life.
He was also pushing everything up because he started off like he had like cartoon ankles that were like pencil thin and went up to like a V shape where his shoulders were way too wide out.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah.
So
no balance.
So the mother's heard all about his little exploits because the police came around to complain.
The police are pretty lazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
they didn't do anything about the fact that they forced a man off the road through his windshield. They're like, "Oh, your son."
One more time, I tell you, we're gonna have
that little 28-year-old scamp.
We're gonna have to tell him to his face not to do it anymore. I'm leaving it up to you to school him.
You tell him and the rest of the gang, Hinky and Gash and all them, to stop it.
Hinky, Gash.
Fudgy and Whip Whopper and
what was the other dude's name? The
Flamin.
stabby guy, the guy who was was it Hatchet?
I think it was Hatchet.
Yeah.
He was like the runt of the litter.
Yeah, but he was like the person I hated the most out of the gang.
So here's the gang. We have Hatchet, Gash, Hinky, Chopped Meat, Bertram, and then we have the ladies. So we have Abby, who's his girlfriend, and Jane.
And Abby doesn't wear a leather jacket; she wears denim.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's kind of square.
Looks like a chain stitch of Abby on her.
Yeah, she shows slight doubts about when they're causing all their hoodlummery.
Yeah, but she has a motorcycle, so might as well join in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's his best girl.
Yeah. Prom.
So
I do like in how he goes into the kitchen, Tom, and he's talking to Shadwell, and he's like, I thought it was funny how when he finds the frog, the giant frog, he just puts it conveniently inside his coat. Like he's putting a pen in his pocket.
Yeah.
And
he puts it in like a cake display in the kitchen, and Shadwell's like, "Ooh," he's like, "Awesome." But then they cut to Tom, and he's eating like a giant sandwich suddenly, very seriously.
Yeah.
Which I thought was funny.
Yeah.
The world's worst sandwich eating I've ever seen in my life. He's just like it's not. He's just biting the edge of where the bread was cut.
Like
so this is
the
actually
sharpest part of the crust.
So I watched an interview, Bill, with Nicky Hansen, who played Tom.
Yes.
And he was talking about this movie, and he said that his kids, this is his favorite movie, their favorite movie that he did, because they like to immediately go to the sandwich scene.
Ooh, really?
And laugh because it's like nothing. Sandwich.
Yeah.
Giant sandwich.
Hey, I smell a t-shirt.
So it was
I got side by
funny
side.
that you pointed it out.
No, I just put it would be the Psychomania logo, but they picture him like about to take a bite of a sandwich.
Oh,
it could be the skull head, but when it goes into the skull, it's just bread loaves.
Ooh, that's nice too. Yeah, so many options.
So, I mean, not much happens here yet. I don't think, right? We don't get into a full conversation about death yet.
Oh well, I think they allude to something with the father, don't they? Like how he's not allowed and he can't go in that room.
Right.
That's
That's after the dance scene, the mother son dance off with no music.
Weird.
But they don't. He doesn't go into the room yet.
No, not yet.
Isn't that when they discuss giving him a key?
I think they were considering if he's ready. Keep in mind, I watched this roughly 24 hours ago, so I have scant notes and then I'm gone.
Yeah, no,
I took notes on my phone. If you can,
it's too bright.
That's all I took. So
I never take notes.
It's obvious. Professional.
No. It's obvious when you listen to my episodes of Black and White Fright that I don't take notes because I'm like, where are we?
I don't know. I don't either.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's good advertising for the show.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. It depends on how interesting the movie is and what time I'm watching it.
Yep. Same.
It's probably the biggest part of it, honestly.
It's too late to write.
So, okay. I don't remember the exact order of things here, but not much happens for a little bit, really.
Yeah, they're just
they go into town and they raise a ruckus.
Yeah, because I think there's a conversation between the mom and Tom, and he's like, "Oh, you think that's crazy? Wait till we see what we have planned tomorrow." And then
right.
Like they didn't have anything planned. Like, let's go fuck up the town.
Yeah.
Now, does he go? Does he? He must go in the room first and have his visions, because then he raises the
No,
ruckus and
this-
decides to kill himself.
What happens here is first they're on the highway, and Jane goes to stab the truck.
No, that's
Truck
after.
wheel.
That's
way
later. That's way later because they're
Is
already
it?
dead.
They're already
Oh, that's after
yeah.
they're dead.
Yeah, it's a great
Damn-
scene. I
damn
can't wait
this
to get to
memory.
it.
Yeah.
But no, I think he is allowed
Okay.
entry, and he's given these. I call it the sacred frog medallion, which looks fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's like a bad
Uh,
Christmas tree ornament.
All right, so this is when he goes in the room.
Yeah, he gets the key, and they explain to him that you. I think he understands, like, you can't be afraid, and it is. It was interesting. He goes in, and the doors disappears,
Yeah.
and he immediately becomes afraid.
Well, it's not that you can't be afraid; it's that you have to believe.
You have to believe. Yeah.
Yes,
And
you
it's
have
just
to
a mirror.
believe. If you die, you have to believe that you will come back. If you don't, then what happened to your father will happen to
Isn't
you.
it like you want to die? Isn't that part of it? Like you're not afraid.
Yeah,
to die?
yeah,
Like,
you have to want.
you have
Yes,
a second guess at all. It's not gonna happen.
right. You have to want to die, but you can't like change your mind at the last second.
Right.
Yeah. No
'Cause you won't
doubt.
come back. Yes. So yeah, so there's that giant wall length mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
noticed that when they tried to do the effect where he couldn't see himself, I could see a reflection of like
Oh, yeah.
plexiglass or
Mhm.
something.
yeah,
So that too.
yeah,
Like, it's just like
Yeah.
it's just glass.
we tried. It's harder now, I think, because everything's in higher definition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
like-
probably wasn't even noticeable in the theater.
Yeah,
Probably not.
but I thought it was kind of a cool little effect that they
Oh,
tried,
yeah.
anyways.
Oh no,
Yeah.
And he does a nice freak out. He looks a lot like Malcolm McDowell in this particular scene, actually, when he does the mouth agape freak out.
Yeah.
it's too bad he
There's
didn't, wasn't able to murder a woman with a giant phallic statue at any point.
You know, it's
there's
a
always
different
been
movie. The sequel, Psychomania 2.
Yep.
More
So-
Psychomania.
Psychomania.
Psychomania, yeah. So yes, you don't really see much, and then all of a sudden a giant frog appears
Scary.
and just kind of hovers there for like a minute, and then that's kind of gone. But then it's like your vision is that you're watching a movie.
He's like reverse aging at the Seven Witches place.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it shows him at different stages of life at the Seven Witches place. So it's him on his bike with his little gang,
Mhm.
and then it's him as a kid, like running around,
Is
and it ends with him as a baby.
See where it enters. Like it's motorcycle, then bicycle, then just him running into things.
Yeah, and then his mother placing him as a baby on one of the stones.
Yeah, Kevin already commented. My note was no attempt to make mother look younger. Was
Yeah.
what I wrote down.
Yeah, there was.
Like we have to use her because they won't know who she is. So
pretty much. You know what? I didn't even think about the age thing, and I realized who it was because it was her, so it worked.
Yep.
Originally, they were going to have her just keep repeatedly yelling, "I'm his mother," over and over again during the scene.
Who's wearing a shirt? Just
Oh,
a shirt. Tom's
the
mom.
woman that was dressed younger with like Jackie O hair, but she still had like the jowls like Droopy Dog.
Oh, wow.
You know?
It's funny on the shirt that says Tom's mom, even though it's when he's a baby, is a picture of him like as his current adult state somehow.
Exactly. Yes.
Rewrites.
So yes, but and then there's other scenes that he's seeing, but it's like from different angles. Like he's watching TV, and it's very
Yeah.
confusing. And then he starts to flip the fuck out, and he's banging on the door. And I found it interesting. He yells for Shadwell first, and then his mother, and is banging on the door to be let out. And then that's it for that.
Well, yeah. Well,
sequence.
there's one important thing. A cloaked man comes and she signs some type of contract,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
the
right,
hand
when
punches the baby's
it-
face.
in the baby flashback. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
'cause that's integral.
You are.
He passes
correct.
out, then he comes to, and yeah, I think that's when they really explain everything. What happened to his father?
Yeah. Oh, and he
Yeah.
finds a pair of glasses.
Yeah,
in,
the glasses
that room,
appear.
and it's his father's glasses.
Yeah,
So
So
his father
actually-
had tried to commit suicide, but at the last minute had doubts,
so
so he didn't come back.
I was just totally going to bring up something that is going to ruin the whole movie. So forget it. I'll bring it up when it comes up.
Okay.
well, yeah, because we're
Oh.
nailing it so far.
We're not that bad. Go down.
So yeah, so they tell him basically that if you die and you believe you'll come back, that you will come back.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hot diggity dog."
And
When
see you
he said
later.
that, and he jumped up and did like a heel kick.
Like from a laying position.
Yeah,
Like a-
so-
like
Springs up.
an old miner.
Yeah.
A prospector, an old
Yeah.
prospector.
Prospector, yeah. So
Now this
He
is where
said-
the ruckus is raised the next day when they go into town and they're
Yeah.
like terrorizing women with their baby carriages. A lot of women
Yeah.
with baby carriages being terrorized in this
Well,
movie.
Oh, this is
You're gonna have
this
to-
is when they're racing around in circles in like the plaza.
I love there's a guy with a ladder that's going to nothing and he decides to climb it. Oh, I'm gonna get away from this. This will be
There
safe.
was I was thinking the same thing. There was a cable above him. I think he was hanging
Yeah.
stuff like a
Oh,
decoration.
was he?
I think
Don't,
so.
don't ruin my fantasy.
But no, but as soon as I saw the ladder, I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen with that. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder.
I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if they didn't even bother telling anybody, so people are really freaking out for like a minute, and then
Good
as
natural
nothing's
reaction.
really happening, everyone just kind of calms down.
Yeah.
That's when they stop filming. It's like, oh, they're just driving in circles. They're not actually hurting anybody.
I think it's funny that
Although one of them shoved somebody, like some woman.
somebody gets
shoved a woman in
shoved.
the front.
They're like stealing like pastry carts and like knocking over guys with cakes and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like the cops come, one just kind of he runs out and he just stands there with his hands in his hips. That would have been a perfect placement for what's all this.
Well, no, there's no what's all this.
That scene would have
so
also
bad.
been perfect for the Kill 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 song.
Black leather, black
That's-
leather.
Yeah, that's the perfect location.
Yeah.
for
That would have
You're
been, yeah.
correct. Yeah.
They should have had Oliver Reed stumble out of a bar, start singing it. Rah!
It
He's
could
got
have
a better
said black
story.
leather, and every time they go around, he'd like kick his leg out to show his little leather pants in time with the words.
They have Christopher Reeves stumble off a horse.
Oh,
Too soon.
No, it's not. I was making jokes.
but the
next
horse is
day.
actually Oliver Reed in a horse costume. And he was drunk, which is why Christopher Reeves fell off.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's the reason.
All right.
As long as Shelley Winters dumps the beer on him or something, we're good.
Oh, so I like the quote unquote police cars were really shitty looking.
Yeah.
This goes
Something
back
else
to-
I noticed.
I don't doubt that that's what they were like, though.
Oh no, I'm
Like,
sure
why
that's
your
authentic.
rear view mirrors or your side mirrors have to be almost on the hood of your, the bumper of your,
I mean,
of your
that
car.
was a thing. I didn't
Yeah,
think it was a thing in the
weird.
70s. In the 50s, it was a thing, but the 70s, I didn't think it was still a
Well,
thing.
maybe over in the UK with their like the UK cars, maybe.
Cars are
Yeah.
very different.
Well,
for
what
sure.
they used to do before that, Kevin, they used to have someone lay on the hood on their back, there, and then hold up two mirrors so that people could see.
Oh,
So this was an advancement.
what they really could have done is just have that person kneel on the hood and just like looking back and just say, "What's going on? Someone on your left, someone on your right."
He would not. He
mirrors
would
at all.
just they'd slap the coinciding ass cheek to say which way to go, left or right.
Wow.
Very
That
alert.
was for rich people, Bill.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excuse me.
Yes. I'd like the ass expansion, please.
Ooh.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
So yeah, so they get chased by the coppers. And
This is a
there's-
nice little chase.
No, there was.
Yeah.
This was a. there
I
was
enjoyed
close calls.
all of the motorcycle scenes. I really liked all of them.
I read that the motorcycles were not the best. They had to keep repairing them.
Pretty
They were
bad.
old-
Yeah,
They were like 50s. I was actually looking it up because I was wondering if there was like
Yeah.
a certain brand. But there was a lot of Victory motorcycles in there.
they
But
had 8 full-time mechanics on this movie.
yeah,
Wow.
but like most
The
of them
money.
dated back to the 50s. So they were like,
So the
So-
budget went
so-
to the mechanics instead of the special effects.
So when Nicky Henson took this job, he had already been acting, and he took this job because the script specifically calls out that they're driving Harley Davidsons,
Mhm.
and he rode a motorcycle like in real life. So he was like, "Fuck yeah! Like I want to do this movie. Like it's gonna be awesome." And he said he got there, and they're all just like beat to shit, like
Yeah.
motorcycles that had to keep
Yeah.
getting fixed. And he's like, "The fuck."
I actually, out of all the ones that I looked at, like online, I think the only name I recognized was Victory. There was a couple other in there that I didn't
Yeah.
recognize at all. But
I
yeah,
kind of thought they were cool. Though.
I kind of would want one. Like I would
Yeah,
want
they're-
one that looked
they're
like
kinda
that. as
One of the
opposed to,
brands
like,
was Henley Donaldson was one of the motorcycle brands.
Oh,
Yeah.
The only reason I was looking it up is because there was like a famous motorcycle brand back in the day, and they were wicked expensive, and they were just bought by like an Indian company, like from India, and
Mm.
they're selling them in the U.S. now for like less than half the price. And I'm like, oh, I want to get one of those someday. And they're like, oh, it's great. I'm like, you can get one for like $5,000 brand new.
oh, really?
Get one with a
Really
sidecar.
bad.
You can drive me around.
All right,
Thank you.
that's a good plan.
Get one with two
Called-
sidecars.
It's called the non.
on one side, me on the other.
And
Call
both
the
of
car.
you on one side.
Oh, okay, side by side.
Yep, and there's an
Okay.
empty one.
3. Kevin's in the third.
Surrounded by
driving.
sidecars. But I like them a lot. I mean, they looked a lot like almost old, more like military style ones.
Yeah.
that you
I
might
noticed
see, like,
they
in
They
World
had
War II.
that. They had
The
that cool
license plate
license
thing?
plates on the front
Yeah,
wheel.
I noticed at the end when they're all
Yeah.
lined up, I was like, oh, that's how they identified them.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Makes you wonder then, did they have one in the back too? Because the cops are like figuring out what their license plate numbers are.
Maybe they were sliding sideways.
They're
Maybe.
sideways and
Maybe.
sliding along.
Motorcycles were sliding sideways, and that's
I
how
liked-
they read them so clearly.
I like you said that, Bill, and I both had to think about the logic of it for a minute to see if we can do it.
Well, down later on when they're dead, they can slide sideways all they want.
So they're doing all this, and he's driving close to her, to Abby, and he basically says, "I'm gonna go kill myself now."
Yeah, nice knowing you.
She's like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna drive off the whatever bridge."
I don't know if they actually would have done it either. It was like a 20-foot drop.
So I guess there was a stuntman, of course, many stuntmen in this movie. First, I was reading a lot about stuntmen in England, and not as safe as stunts here. And
Not
the
as
big thing
regulated.
the big thing is that they're not specific. So
Mhm.
over here, you have a stunt person that knows how to do rolls. You have a stunt person, right, that knows how to deal with fire.
Yep.
In England, it was like, you're just a stunt person. You do whatever the script calls for.
Hmm.
So I guess when the stunt person for him did 3 stunts in the movie for him. Otherwise, he did all the rest, all the driving and the ramps and stuff. But he did 3, and he got hurt doing all 3, including this bridge one, because the first time they shot it, the bike landed on top of him in the water.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was going to actually mention this one later on where a wheel comes off of the bike and lands on someone's head. That's like, a cast member. It's not like about an extra or something. But it's just like, I don't think that was planned.
Probably not.
A good thing they were wearing a helmet. So,
But it's great. I love it. He goes just like slamming through the side of the bridge into the river.
Is it funny that if he's like suicidal, why would he wear a helmet then to begin with?
I don't know. This
seen how
part kind
cool
of
they
confused me because the
look cool,
police
but-
were right there. Police were chasing him right there.
Mhm.
Yet it took a little kid on the shore to find his body.
Yeah, that's right. I don't
I
know.
don't know. And
had
they were
to,
just
had
like,
to actually overdub that scene because the kids were laughing so hard when they found the body.
Cool.
Fucking brutal kids in the UK.
So he's dead. And I found this very odd, but Abby goes and to the mom is like, I'm Abby, and we want to take his body and bury him ourselves, which is weird. I don't think it's what you do.
Sounds like a plan. Cool.
Yeah, the mom's just like, good idea. Now I don't have to deal with the planet.
Now I don't have to snap those leather pants anymore. Yeah, perfect.
So now we go to an amazing scene,
Oh my god.
which is the
The burial.
the burial of Tom Latham, which goes on for 5 minutes and is accompanied by music played by, I think, Hinky. And they're gonna bury him at the 7 witches. So they dig a hole, but they don't dig it deep enough because they want to also sit him on top of his motorcycle. So it's his corpse sitting on a motorcycle with his head poking out of the hole.
Just like staring straight ahead, like
amazing.
eyes open.
The logistics of getting this, how they made it to look, is very especially unrealistic, even
Now-
for like suspension of disbelief.
I loved the music in this movie overall.
Except for this song.
And this is yes, this is by the way, it was under a band named Frog. They called themselves
okay.
in the movie. But there was this song, I think, was like a single. I don't remember what it was called. It was a
It's sold.
terrible song.
Doesn't matter.
It's such like a hippie song, and everyone's
all
like
hippies.
crying, and but they're not really supposed to be like a tough like motorcycle gang.
I was
And it's
confused.
like
'cause,
it's
they're
like an
all-
all
they're
the
like making
leaves
like
kind of
wreaths
song.
and stuff, and
Yeah, everyone got really touchy feely for like the 5 minutes this happens.
yep,
That's how he wanted to go. He wanted to be buried riding his motorcycle
mostly buried.
while his friends just have an orgy. That's how
Wearing the
that's his
same
request.
pants and shirt that he died in.
And
Exactly.
also, if he crashed his motorcycle, it's broke. Did they repair the motorcycle and
This-
then
that
bury him
happens
with it?
Numerous
Absolutely.
times in this
Huh.
movie, Bill.
I will tell you
Because
that
many times.
no, it's clear that motorcycles also come back.
It's true.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
it depends how you die. I was going to say
Package deal.
if the bike got killed with the person, then maybe. But there was some that had nothing to do with that bike.
Well,
Does
I mean,
that,
the guy gets splattered out of an airplane, yet he's not a splattered mess when he comes back.
Kyle, are you trying to say that motorcycles have the power to believe also then?
In the UK, they do.
Oh, okay.
Only
All
cognizant.
that,
one
it's
does.
all that
Yeah.
petrol.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The
I
UK
see.
say that's the UK saying.
So,
Thanks.
all right. Do we go kind of? Well, nothing really happens, right? We go back pretty
Oh.
much to when he comes back.
Well, also, Shadwell stops by and he plops the
Oh,
sacred
yes.
frog medallion in there. I think it's funny. He pulls up. He's like, "I'd like to leave something." He just takes it. He like throws it in. Thanks, and just leaves.
It's like,
But
"Peace,
they
folks."
actually call it out. They're just like, "Is that it?"
Yeah. Like, what?
Like
Seriously?
one of them says that. Yeah.
And also, they call him a geezer too. Another British thing.
I feel
I'm
bad
smart
for
too,
the poor-
Kevin. Not just you.
No, but I'm not.
Poor guy who played
Me either.
Shadwell. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He killed himself shortly after this movie.
He did. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. I mean, he was this George Sanders,
Was it?
top billing, highest paid person in this movie. Had been in lots of stuff. I mean, going all the way back, he was in Rebecca and Foreign Correspondent, the both Hitchcock movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's in All About Eve. He's in like some big movies. He played Mr. Freeze on Batman for a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he ended up killing himself not long after this movie. And it said, "Dear world, I am leaving because I am bored. I feel I have lived long enough. I am leaving you with your worries in this sweet cesspool. Good luck."
So
and that
What
was
if the PS? His PS was black leather, black leather. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he actually, this was his last movie as well,
Was.
right?
Yeah.
So maybe he believed it, and he thought.
Oh. It is kind of like worrisome that his last movie is a movie about suicides.
Yeah. And how his means of dying was driving a motorcycle off a bridge.
True. They drove a motorcycle out of a plane.
I was about to say that.
Oh, right.
And it is Will. He's like,
wearing
he wanted to be. He demanded to be buried sitting on a motorcycle, not deep enough in the ground.
Yeah.
Make sure my head is sticking up above ground.
So I liked this shot though. It's clearly just a ramp. I thought it was kind of cool though, where he comes bursting out of the grave on a
Who
cycle.
witnesses it? I gotta say that this right before a car breaks down, it's the ugliest people in the movie by far.
Most handsomest woman I've ever
Oh
seen
my
drive a
good
car.
lord! He's like, "Oh, I gotta go home and I don't even." She had to get something, and she's like, "Oh, if you cut through here, governor, you can save
Yeah,
10 minutes." And he
Like, oh, I did tea and crumpets, and he just like watching these. Huh?
Yeah.
That's
So he
scary.
sees him bursting out of the ground like how what's that? Who's that Marvel character?
Kool-Aid Man.
Ghost Rider.
Kool-Aid
Very
Man.
Ghost Rider.
Oh.
But
Spider-Man.
Okay, so he's alive and he goes back. He goes home
Cyclops.
and he's
Sorry.
like, right? No, he doesn't go home. He
No,
calls his mom.
Well, he kills a guy in the process.
Yeah, he kills
Who
the
doesn't
guy.
who doesn't try hard to hide behind anything that could protect him.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I think he doesn't he just go to like a bar.
He
Yeah,
goes to
so
a bar.
he goes to the bar. And he calls
That's
his mom.
before that though, doesn't
Oh, he gets gas and he can't pay for it, so he just kills a guy
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck! Right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
6 pence.
because he knows he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about when you come back, nothing can kill you or hurt you. Apparently.
But I'm assuming that's because of the contract that she signed when he was a baby.
Well, based on how it ends, I would guess.
Right.
Mhm.
But why then can his friends not die? Was it and all of his future friends also?
Yes, clearly that was written into the contract.
Oh, all right. That was what I was going to say earlier. That I
There's an asterisk
ruined
there.
yeah, but it's weird. Like how is that the case with them?
I don't know. I guess anyone who takes the journey takes that risk.
So he goes to the bar, and this is where he basically kills everybody.
Yeah, he calls home first.
Yeah, he calls home.
Shadwell and Mom aren't surprised that
No, they're kind of happy.
I know,
which
right.
is, I don't know what they think is going to happen. He's an asshole in life. What do you think is going to
Yeah.
happen when you make him undead?
Did they also allude in the beginning that Shadwell might have the same thing? Because I know Tom's like, you haven't aged in forever.
Yeah,
So he
I
must have it
assumed
too.
that he did. Yeah,
He just didn't feel like around murdering people at will.
I don't think most people would.
Yeah.
The mom didn't.
I mean, if you feel like it, you could do real life Grand Theft Auto, really.
You could.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
You'd be an asshole.
Yeah.
So
But then, yeah, he a girl buys him a beer and she wants a ride, and he's like, "No, I'm sorry." And he was like, "I'm sorry, I can't
Actually,
tonight."
yeah, he's actually. This is one of the few scenes where he's actually being like fairly considerate.
Another time.
Yeah,
But-
and she
but
actually
no.
says like, "You didn't that like me," and he's just like, "No, really, I'm not
Oi.
tonight."
Yeah.
Like, oh, crikey, I'm Australian. So so his answer to her getting upset is, "Well, I'm just gonna kill you then."
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And you can hear her screaming from everywhere. He just makes no attempt to muffle her. And everyone goes running out. But I did kind of like that. Everyone goes running out. And you don't actually see anything until afterwards when the cops show up and there's just dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. So he hooks back up with his old gang. He just kind of shows up.
The one
Well,
at that scene where all the killing happened, the girl that bought him a beer, her friend gave a description of
Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait a minute, he's dead. Someone must have dug up his grave and taken all his shit.
Yes, the
Yeah,
gang
with
goes
his-
and like they did. Someone did dig up his everything.
Right. But Jane has made herself leader, by the way, at this point, and no one has fought her on it. So
I think Kevin was disagreeing from his sofa.
Oh.
He just
No,
kept yelling, "Not on my watch!" at his TV.
I'm the leader.
And then he just got in a bicycle and tried to drive it into his TV. I'll show you.
So he shows up, but he's like, they don't hear him coming.
Well, it's obviously he didn't take his helmet. It's obviously him. He's talking. His voice, his weird V-shaped body. You know,
his,
it's
I was just gonna say his leather pants and white shirt haven't
his
changed
white
at all.
turtleneck. Yeah.
So he shows up, and I think it's Gash that doesn't believe.
Hatchet.
Hatchet.
Tries to stab him.
Hatchet, yeah.
The little
He tries to stab
Danny
him in the back. which is
Danny
like-
Bonaducci of the movie. That guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Or one of the Pete and Pete brothers.
The smaller.
Older Pete. I'm gonna say. Oh no, younger Pete.
Yeah.
All right, fine, younger Pete.
So they realize that it's really him back, and
Because he finally takes his helmet off.
yeah, and he tells them basically what it is, like what he did, and that's where Jane screams, "Oh man, what are we waiting for?"
Can I also want to say at this point too, but before Tom arrives there, that they all were, because they talk about all the police. Oh, did the police ask you about this? They call him the Fuzz, which I thought was funny.
Mm.
Yeah, and I said my last note, because I just want to forget to say it, was when Tom calls home from the bar, that phone, the ringing tone on that phone was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the worst thing in this movie.
God damn it. Is that what phones sounded like?
If I had that phone, I would just punch at it until it broke and wouldn't make the sound anymore. Awful.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
bad.
That's on you, Scott.
Sorry. So now we have my favorite part of the movie, which is the suicide montage.
Oh, it's great.
It's just pretty fucking
It's almost
great.
fun.
I love I don't remember the order of them, but I love the one with the
Well,
cop.
Jane and Hinky go first. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're all for it right away. No one else is convinced, so they're like, "Yeah, let's go for it."
And they
What does
just
Jane
drive
do?
into the side of a truck and they
Oh,
go
Jane-
through the truck. But
Yeah.
that's where the wheel falls on. It's her head.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
okay.
Yeah,
She
and then
was
you have
brain damaged after this. Maybe that's
Yeah.
coincidental.
She was brain damaged during this.
Oh, but then they had the funeral for both of them,
that's
but,
right. Yeah.
and it's weird at the funeral. They're like, "Excuse me, can we look at her one more time?" Even though she's sealed in her coffin. Oh, of course, in front of everyone.
No, she went through a truck. I'm sure she looks fine. Let's
Yeah.
have a gander.
But she's not there.
The other suicides, though, in no particular order. I liked the one with the cops giving him a ticket. There's motorcycles parked illegally, and the cops gonna put a ticket on it, and he's up at a very high window screaming down like, "Hey, you're giving me a ticket!" And he's like,
That,
"Yeah."
that would be chopped meat, I believe.
And the cop just goes, "Well, come on down here," and he goes, "Okay," and he just jumps out the window.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, is, like watching like stunts, like usually if they do that kind of roll, they're gonna go back first.
Oh,
Here's
he's
a
like
dummy.
he's going like head first. No, that was a
He
person.
went back
It was-
first.
it was
and
a
he just
dummy,
went into
according
standing
to
position. Like, and then it
Oh.
went off camera, and I'm like, he just landed on his feet.
according to Nikki Henson, that was a dummy.
Oh, didn't you mean it's British for stupid person? Maybe.
Maybe I didn't think about that. Shit.
That
You
guy's
got
a
me.
dummy.
So yeah, so he does that.
I do like how
That-
before that though, when he parks and he gets the idea to jump and he bumps into
Yeah.
a girl and he's been like super nice to her.
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
"Oh, can I have a ride?" And he looks over his shoulder and he sees Tom and Jane. They're like,
Yeah.
He's like, "Sorry, I gotta go kill myself. Maybe another time."
And then one of them puts he can use chains all over himself to drown himself.
Yeah,
Like,
the
why would you
worst
be
way.
drowning?
Yeah.
You can kill yourself in
Prolonged.
any way and be
And
back. Why would you?
is there a
longest
reason that
possible
he
goal?
had to be wearing a bathing suit to do that? Like, I don't want to ruin my clothes
Leisurely.
I
that I'm gonna
guess.
die in.
But
Yeah.
it's like, what? Like, I'm just gonna set myself on fire so I feel the most pain before I die.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. And then one jumps out of an airplane, but he unhooks the parachute, and then kind of just laughs and waves at the guy as he jumps off.
It's like, hey, you need this, and he just he just jumps out.
But that's pretty great. And it's a long shot, man, of him falling from the plane.
At one point, I thought that he pulled it, like when he's pretty low. Then I'm like, no, that was just his body. Like,
yeah,
that's all. What? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that was a dummy as well.
Probably at some point.
I would have to say, yeah, because that was a pretty. They were probably.
I would guess that it was a mixture of a
maybe.
stunt person and a dummy.
Yeah, I like Hatchet. He timed his jump off the bridge to get hit by a truck in midair on the way down.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
That was good.
The only good thing about that guy.
And now they're all in the morgue.
That's a weird morgue. It's like a deli display.
Yeah,
they're all in the morgue and they all look fine. By the way,
yeah, good point. They have like those little paper things you just open up, like you're gonna take a bagel out.
What, the wax paper?
Wax paper, yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I thought was weird. I mean, this is getting into this part as well. When there's the knocking, it's like those doors are very easily opened. Like, what do you?
But he couldn't make a funny.
I thought they looked like old butter dishes. But yeah,
well, that too, yeah. I was thinking wax paper where they use like plastic tongs to lift up the corpses.
So it's like the coroner and the coroner's
cardboard
assistant.
Dish. I don't know. Sorry.
I don't know. The coroner's assistant, and they don't really. I guess no one's really wondering who's killing all these people or why they're all committing suicide at the same fucking time.
He's just pissed he has so much work to do. Ugh.
Yeah,
and his assistant's upset that he looks like an older Captain Kangaroo with that hair.
Did. He absolutely did.
That's
I thought
the
same thing.
Captain Kangaroo, but with a bigger mustache. Yeah.
Yep.
And why is he wearing like the white rain boots? Is those anti-blood corpse juice boots?
Yeah, corpse juice.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're all in fine shape.
I mean, the drowning guy, that makes sense. He would could be like blue, maybe from.
No, he's fine. But everyone else has been beat up and splattered and everything else.
Yeah, skydiving guy should be just a bunch of pieces.
You're right.
Yeah, no, they're all fine.
And the building guy, the
mangled
guy too. Like he should be all in not good shape.
Nope, they're all fine.
Just fucking
so the coroner leaves and the assistant's back there and he hears tap 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 and he's looking around. What's all this? And sees
I think it was Hatchet.
It was Hatchet. It was the redhead.
Yep.
Knocking and smiling. He's like leaning over on the side, like, oh,
get me out of here, you.
So now they're back from the dead.
Yep. And then
killed the assistant guy.
But then Abby's the last one. She attempts sleeping pills.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she survives.
Yeah, but she has a weird dream where she's watching her corpse being brought in, but she's also the nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
So she doesn't want to die now. She's decided she doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
And the police show up and are interviewing her.
That would be Chief Inspector Hesseltine. Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
All the things going on. And he hatches a plan, a fairly smart plan, I think. They think, smart plan for a stupid man because he thinks someone's digging up the corpses.
Yeah, stealing corpses.
And he wants to basically announce that she's dead so that someone goes to try to get her.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's successful.
Yeah.
The plan works.
But in the meantime, they go and raise hell because they're undead now.
Oh, right.
Much, right?
Well, I thought they raised hell afterwards because they get Abby back first.
Yeah, that's true.
Is she part of it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I really liked how they did this shot. They have her pretending to be dead in the morgue, and it's the chief inspector and two bobbies, and they do like the pan circling the entire room.
Yeah.
By the time they come back around, the two cops and the detective are dead in the corpse displays, and everyone else is gone.
Yeah.
That was a really good shot.
At first, I was, as they were panning, I was expecting to see like just poorly, like cops that were just like not hidden very well. So
yeah. I thought there'd be more of them too.
And then like I got to that part, I'm like, oh, they're hanging out in there to pretend that they're corpses, and they're gonna jump out. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, she's gone. I'm like, oh,
the inspector's in there.
Right.
But
so
now it's a
the
supermarket scene.
Yes, which
I was actually surprised that Jane's like, check it out. She just like takes out a baby carriage.
That was great.
Yeah,
that was my favorite part of this whole thing. Like this whole like scene. My favorite part is that they actually went for killing a baby.
And they destroy the store as well. They're knocking through the store.
Also,
I was trying to catch brands and stuff as we were watching it. Oh yeah,
no, British brands.
Yeah, some of it was kind of like, what? What's that for?
Yeah.
The baby though is amazing.
Yeah.
They do that. Yeah, they're on a highway, and she's like trying to stab the tires out of a truck.
Well, that guy was also another handsome fella. That was like British Cliff Clavin, I thought. John Ratzenberger.
I sometimes I get like self-conscious about the gaps in my teeth, and then I saw that guy, and I'm like, I'm good for the rest of my life. I don't have to worry about that. You easily fit a whole nother big front tooth like right in the center.
Hey, he puts hot dogs in between it and just sucks on them.
He's kind of disappointed. No one did the piss off gesture either. That would have been you could have done that there.
You could have.
What in real life though? What are the chances of driving up to a truck and like stabbing the tire with your dagger?
Not very good.
Well, it's like she's like dragging it along.
Yeah,
it's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
but it's like she's trying to just gouge it, but then she starts stabbing it. I'm like,
she's really the most psychotic.
He could have just slowed down too. He could have run into them. If he saw what's happening.
Actually, this happens before. They get arrested before.
Oh, right, because for the murders?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're right. That's what the jailbreak scene.
Yeah. So going back a bit before they all commit suicide.
Right.
No.
Yeah. Only Tom and Jane are.
They're not. They wouldn't have killed the cops, Kevin. They wouldn't.
No. Only Tom and Jane. But there's the whatchamacallit, the truck accident, and
that happens first because it's just the two of them.
I'm thinking it does because then they're on.
No, you're right because the cops chase him.
Yeah, they're taking off and like they're like, oh, we have all the whole gang, whatever, and then
they were in custody except those two.
Yeah, they drive by the cops.
Yep.
And they're like, wait a minute,
they're not undead, are they?
Yeah,
but, Tom and Jane are at this point.
Yeah, but the rest of them aren't.
The rest of them aren't. You're right. You're correct.
Okay.
And that's what they're and they get away from the cops chasing them, and that's when they go to and break them out, and they kill police officers there.
Yeah. So this is Hinky and Gash, Chubby and Hatchet, and then on the other cell is Abby.
Right.
And
the unexplained guitar in the jail cell.
So they have a guitar. They're playing cards or some kind of game in the back, and that was part of the interview that I was watching with him, was saying that on the set they were kind of all pains in the ass because they were like young actors that were kind of goofing off in this B movie, like no respect whatsoever for the movie, and that they were constantly playing this game, which is I guess driving everybody crazy to the point that they just started playing it while they were filming.
Oh,
so it was just included in the scene because they were just like being dicks as actors.
I think it's funny too, how Hatchet, in a jail cell is like threatening to kill cops while in custody. That's smart.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill you. It's gonna be in the bits.
And they're wondering if Tom will save them. And he does. It's awesome. He drives his motorcycle into the police station, and the cops are fucking losing it.
That was pretty calm considering.
Yeah,
that was pretty great though.
Yeah.
Even the lady that was at the desk, she's just like, as she's leaving, she's like, "Did you want me to close these doors?"
Yes, please.
Yeah.
He's like, "All right, you two, you guys are gonna get a ticket."
It doesn't matter what you do; it's very polite.
That she gets credited. She's one in police station. Her name is Penny Leatherbarrow. In case you're wondering,
I did see that in the credits. I was like, "That's a fantastic last name."
Yeah,
that is a good name. So he ends up busting them out by killing the cops, right?
Yeah, and apparently they have superhuman strength to just rip the bars open.
Well, there's that.
The cops got the keys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, they just killed these cops who have the keys to let those guys out, and they're like, let's just.
I don't think they did it in the other order. I don't think they broke them out and then killed the cops.
Maybe. Oh yeah, because actually more people to attack.
It was off screen, so it's hard to say.
Yeah,
Leave it to the imagination.
that was off screen, but hit a baby with your motorcycle. Keep that in.
Oh, UK.
So after so they go back to Tom's house. Alexia's like, let's drive to brick walls.
Well, yeah. So Tom and Abby.
Tom and
He's
Abby.
always wanted to drive through a brick wall, and there's one on each side of like the gate going into his place. And he smashes through the brick wall, and she avoids it.
But
the ease of which he goes through the wall.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
So there's trivia about that too, if you want it, because it made me laugh.
Yeah.
So obviously not real brick wall, right?
No.
Okay. So they put the stuff on it to make it look like bricks. And I forget what they used exactly, what the properties of it was, but apparently it rained like a lot. And they had to redo it, and they just redid it over it. And it's fucking England. It kept raining before they filmed the scene. So like every day they're redoing it, and it's getting thicker and thicker and thicker. They weren't thinking about it. So by the time they actually got to do the scene, the bike went through the wall, but the guy stuck like a cartoon, like on the outside of it with like his arms out.
Nice.
They had to redo it.
So, but like a little before they go through the brick wall, I think it actually may have been before they were driving through the grocery store and stuff. She's like, I need to talk to you about something like right now.
Yeah.
So we have forever, like, whatever. So she was trying to tell him that she didn't.
That she's not dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Then afterwards it catches on.
I kind of liked actually that there's no sign that you're undead other than you can't die.
And then your awareness
no
of it.
indication, you know what I mean, for anyone else.
Yep.
I thought that's kind of cool.
Until they try to stab you.
No, yeah. So so
now they bring
they
Abby to the
they go
Seven
through the
Witches.
brick walls, and then the rest of the gang comes and like surrounds her.
Well, this is the mom and the butler realized too, Shadwell, they realize that something's got to be done.
Yeah.
With him because he's out of control, because he goes off on a rant about killing teachers and
teachers.
Like he wants to kill like anyone in authority, and like that's like is going to be his life now. It's just like killing anyone in a position of authority. So now they're at the Seven Witches with Abby, and he's going to try to make her kill herself.
Yeah, but believe it so she can return.
Yes. He kind of gives her. He has a gun. He gives her a gun.
He tries. She just never takes it. Just holds it out for 3 minutes straight.
You have 3 minutes, and like basically, if you don't do it, we're going to kill you, and you're not going to come back anyways.
Yeah. So we have this, but at the same time, this is happening. It's cut us back and forth to the mother and Shadwell.
Yes.
Who are talking about
the contract.
How to end this. And Shadwell's talking about breaching the contract. And she is in agreement that she wants to breach the contract. But she knows
even though there's consequences.
Yes.
Stupid consequences.
And you see a frog, and he says, you'll remain in this shape forever.
Yeah.
She says that she knows.
Yeah.
And I don't know, what are they holding?
It's a sword?
Is it a sword?
Yeah.
All right. So the 3 minutes go by, and she doesn't take the gun. And then
that's when the same step gets windy.
She does take it, and then she starts shooting him.
Yeah.
She grabs the gun. Try. Is it is it windy when she's shooting him, or is it like
it's kind of right about starting? Now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I can understand how they can get away with like giant fans in a house, but how did they like everything in that area was like all the leaves and everything were going
when they were just waiting for the weather to kick in.
Oh yeah, it's the UK, I guess, right?
Industrial fans. I don't know.
I think a couple of really big fans will do the trick.
Yeah. It's targeted. You just have to aim it at certain shots.
Yeah, because when his hair was getting the trees that were like down further were blowing too, so
it went all out.
Yeah, they did. That's where the rest of the budget went. It was just
they had a bunch of people with towels just whipping them really fast over and over again, like thousands of people.
You didn't see all the tree effect credits in the movie at the end?
Oh, yeah. Tree shaker number 1.
People out there shaking the So it's back and forth, and he goes to strangle her. But as he's strangling her, the ritual that Shadwell and the missus are doing is coming to an end.
Yeah.
and he slowly starts to turn into stone. So he's going to become one of the statues that are in the 7 witches.
The stone effects were so good that I thought he was turning into a frog.
I thought so too.
Yeah, because
They're,
it looks like kind of like bumpy, like a frog.
Especially because it said, "Well, the same thing's going to happen to your son that happens to you," and she's like, "I know," and she turns
They're
into a
not
frog.
great.
We know that.
Yeah, she turns into a frog forever, and
Weird.
everyone else that's undead there turns into stone.
Yeah.
But all the bikers that are left, it's a giant mound of stone.
It's a giant mound. Yes, very strange.
Well, they'll have each other at least. They're all together.
That's a nice thought, Bill.
Yeah.
And then Abby's just left alone there, and Shadwell drives up and starts walking towards her, and the credits roll.
Yeah, we don't know what
But
happens.
But the thing is that, all right, I don't know if it was necessarily Chadwell.
Yeah, they don't show the face.
Don't show the face, but
He comes in the same car.
But he was a guy,
same outfit.
But there was someone else driving, and he has the cape, like the guy who had her sign the contract. Yeah,
But that could be Chadwell because he knew what to do.
Maybe
maybe he was the one who had the mother do it.
Maybe Chadwell is the guy who had her sign the contract in the beginning.
Yeah,
it could be. Yeah, I assumed it was Shadwell, but you're right. It also may not be.
Maybe they ordered a pizza, and it got there after they died. So he was still bringing it because he saw someone there.
But the good
I'm
thing,
sorry you're so upset because of pizza.
It took so long that pizza ended up being free, anyways.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's not it.
No, Domino's.
I don't think so.
All right, fine.
But that's it. This movie actually had credits. I loved how they broke up the credits. They broke them up into like who played the cops and who played the bikers and
victims, like murder victims, or
and then they had the like the occultists or something. I think that's what they called them.
Oh,
that was the mother in Shadwell and the guests.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of neat. It was a good way to do the credits.
Terrorized babies.
And again, I love the soundtrack, except for that one fucking song. So the end sounds pretty great.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole thing.
Hooray.
Yeah.
So Kevin,
there's a difference between Death Wheelers and Psychomania as far as edits. I have no idea if there's any difference.
Psychomania just doesn't make sense. It's not a cool sounding title, but not for this movie.
I mean, he's kind of a psycho.
I was going to say, yeah, he's pretty psycho, and they go on like a little thing.
He's
like
a mania for killing.
Sure. I guess. Yeah, the Death Wheelers is a better name, though.
Yeah. I was just going to tell Kevin that we rate the same as we do on our other podcast.
1 through 10. Yep. You want to rate this thing?
Talking
Kevin
to me
as the guest? Yeah,
that's right.
I guess.
Ladies first.
It's got its moments that were just like, what the fuck? But all in all, I liked it. I'm gonna say maybe a little high, but I'm thinking in my mind of like
106.
No, like a 7. Yeah, I would watch it again.
Billy.
Right. I thought it was all right. I think I was expecting a little bit more horror. This definitely was a very PG horror type movie. The baby carriage thing was unexpected and delightful.
You just went, nah.
I did.
Watching it.
Yeah, I actually ran upstairs. I paused it.
That's a dead baby.
I was watching it last night. I paused it, ran upstairs, woke up my 7-year-old son, and brought him down. I'm like, check this out. Okay, go back to bed.
Then you rewound it again.
Tell your mother I showed you
woke up your wife and like, now you watch it.
Yeah, that's right.
She went to bed and you went and woke both of them up again. You guys remember this?
Yep. Then I ran to my neighbor's house.
Yeah.
He was awake. So I'm like, what time are you going to sleep? So I can come back and wake you up.
Bill, you're gonna
get see you in a bit.
Be put in jail with a guitar and chains on your coat.
That's all right. Put my name on there.
Yeah.
But no, I'm gonna say 5. It's it was about halfway. I don't know if I'd watch it again necessarily. I'm glad I did. I like the idea. Wasn't too keen on the whole frog angle though. I mean, that wasn't spooky at all.
Yeah.
I don't know why they chose the frog. They could have chose like spiders, maybe, or bats or something. Something that kind of like leans more towards like a spooky death related thing. And if the frog thing wasn't doing it for me.
Maybe because the frogs were free. and they didn't have to worry about
available.
That's
So they base major plot points around the closest animal they could get
yes,
That's right.
from nature.
yep.
They were all hanging out by a stream one day, and
Like that frog
What
won't
if-
shut up. I
What
got
if
an
that was
idea.
the whole basis of the movies? The director's like, he's like a writer's block, and he sees a frog. He's like, I got it.
they
And
were
just
trying
his
all
pen
sorts of
flowed
things
from
first.
there.
And they had
Weird
ants, then they had bees, and that was just a terrible day on the set. And then they finally decided on
Like
frogs.
scorpions, like a scorpion's really native to the UK. They're not.
What if
Kangaroo. They
Yeah.
tried all sorts of things.
What if the first choice was an unruly chimpanzee
just shitting everywhere.
They
They're
were
like, we can't do
trying to rip people's faces off? Nah,
we
never
need something
mind.
smaller.
Yeah, there was originally another member of the gang, but it got attacked and faced.
Oh,
That was their character's name was Face Off.
but I give it a 5.
Okay. Again, I hadn't seen this in a very long time. I'd forgotten most of it. Obviously, as you could tell, that I didn't remember it, even though I just watched it a couple days ago again. The order of things. But I enjoy this movie a lot. I like motorcycle movies, and I like that they try to kind of merge them. It has kind of a made for TV-ish feel throughout a lot of it.
I think a lot of low budget UK stuff all felt that way, you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't mind that. It had a certain charm to it that I kind of appreciated. Bill's just yawning while I talk. It's rude.
You like the movie that much?
The frog thing is dopey. Obviously, there are other. I mean, the burial scene is like laugh out loud, ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's the best part.
But
Maybe
that's
in
the
that.
thing is, they may have been serious, but I think it's funny. for
There
what-
are some scenes in this movie that are very funny that are not meant to be.
You,
But then there's also some great chase scenes. I loved
yeah, the stunt work was good.
Yeah,
do you think that for the burial scene they messed with them and tried to like stay there still for as long as possible?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
hours. You got to stay
yeah.
still.
And we're ready now. And they
Yeah.
don't-
Oh, wait. No, just keep holding it. We got to get the light right.
We gotta do it again.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like, oh, we got to start over.
28 takes.
But I enjoy it a lot. I really love the soundtrack too. I'm a big fan of like early 70s like psych music too. And it like fit really well, I thought, throughout this movie. Except for that fucking song in the middle.
Yeah.
But but it was good. I'd give it a 7. And I'll watch it again. So
I hope so. You're wearing a shirt representing the movie.
Well, I love this. I've always loved this poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. It's way better than the movie is.
It's often the
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Even the Death Wheelers one is too. And like I said, there's a good band called the Death Wheelers, and their cover art's pretty great too.
They have songs about scary frogs.
All of them.
That's the name of their first album.
That was the original name of the band, was Nothing But Frogs. But
NUTTIN'.
yeah.
That's right. Yes, exactly. What's your next pick, Bill?
Hey, it is my next pick. Is going to be going to have Pam Grier represented for the first time. I'm going to go choose Coffee, which I haven't seen before, but based on the trailer I watched, I really want to see it now.
You've
Looks
never
like
seen Coffee. Interesting.
it's a is that the revenge movie if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah.
With action.
Hmm?
So
Pam
yeah.
Grier.
Yeah, so that's gonna be next time.
Classic. Yeah.
Next time
I
on
haven't
Terrible
seen that in a
Boys.
very long time either. That'll be fun to watch again.
Well, you're welcome in advance.
Hey, thanks, pal.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
All right. So we will see you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yeah.
We'll
thank
see you at the movies.
If
Jesus.
the three of us
Oh,
again, we
we're gonna
do
steal that now. They're dead. What are they gonna do?
we do Black and White Fright. You find that on all your podcast places every other Friday in addition to the show. Listen to us there also.
But this show's every Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday, not every other.
All the Wednesdays.
Yes. See you later. See you later.